Ebusiafo ene ensama abeka mensane die ye friend se baby anse ya bibi enye ye anase baby anse ya baby enye ye ye beka ya Nana Aba Anamoah nipa baako a of late anasa na se wo ne social media pages a wotumu se adoye upon adoye ena all year enam no so ema emrantie mako beye nine anase numbi enya ejuma ya me ne okase kra bi mu edomo die esisi adan kra mo ahyase esi stores ewa se ho na amanfo dodo na omo se nyame enhra no na sen ya ena beto odwa se eye ma me bi ono ene ne bantafo na ntafo no kola na ye wo omo no na omo mienu na omo ti ebomu a according to some beto odwa na ya de omo hia sika na sika omo nya no tumu se emu eduye pa ni na ne se de kwa akoye omo surgery se na be ya kola mienu na omo betumi ade omo ho ebusiafo ya se oni bi asem mobo nti abre ba no sana ya de na Aba Anamoah edit videos no ede beto social media o sha se always fans wa obeboa no boa empo emeye mampani na dwen se obeboa with an amount of money a obekan ye emana na Aba Anamoah ekoda na se but minim say bia o discover kodia but then I think say weeks ago and I say nche na me hu se na Aba abe post o kire mu sika na ado mampani oti akonyo says excellency na adodan kwakofo ado promise na nya ade o monsa aka ye hwe animu some fan ya so ode bebode abaso dia ene ye de na se na emom no as enkofo egusu etu sika no ade a good news for asan aba ede ama maami ne ma no ene ne busuim sikani bako a owoga na hase ono de is into real estate business papa we ni din nana kwa me bedi akon ana se Ghana dodo na Ghana for dodo na enim say friend Freedom Jacob Caesar ana so say cheddar ebusuafo empempe a me no ka say de ade a papa we ade a won ye ede ama enkola no asamafo edonate sika no ene ade no papa we kire mu ankola no omo every hospital by was so muntumi enda baby no omo entumi entomo entini awaye ina ne se wama omo 5-bedroom apartment fully furnished apartment or dia masa entafo we so omo nje na omo enkonkode me no ka say de ade a video no ewo ahase ya ye beyi video ni na ye de achrew ebusiafo enamwe so amagana for do na no mo kire mu animpa bi see ena anka ewo se yankopo entumi ento ne nsam because sabi onye bi no wan fan hye no na emom wache amana so enkola so omu ni bi acho omo so videos na meka wansam ne me patrol eno eni.
Hello. Thanks for getting a house, a 5-bedroom house for the conjoined twins and their family.
No, thank you for sharing this opportunity with me. People can hear your voice, people can hear my voice. And we are the voices of the generation, and we love our nation.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Hi, Monique.
Hi. It's really beautiful. It, for them, would feel like moving into a castle. All of the rooms come with an air conditioner, by the way.
I'm a Bediako. And sometime in my life, I decided to change my name to Cheddar. Cheddar simply means money. Why did I choose to call myself Cheddar? That's the only thing I lacked when I was born. I was born into poverty. I wasn't even the ordinary man. I was poor, very poor. There was nothing ordinary about me. So money was the first thing that I thought if I find it, I could solve my problems. But you will find out later in my speech that no, it wasn't just money. I thought it was money. So I started with money. I wanted it so bad. I was looking for it. If you had a mother like my mother that was a vegetarian, so she never fed me with no chicken. I never had no beef. Plus the money was so little. There was no television in the house. There was no radio. But I had to play it cool. I had to hide the feeling of poverty. I realized it was a curse. Poverty is a curse. But you can turn a curse to a gift. That was my first core principle of FJC. My number one core principle is know thyself. I want everybody here to understand that if you don't know yourself, you definitely don't know where you're going. Because people are going to be telling you who you are. People are going to be telling you what you're going to become. And you're going to be disappointed with yourself. So I'm going to leave you with these core principles. I want you to understand that your first thing that you need to know is to know thyself. I knew myself. I knew I was broke. I knew I was poor. I knew I was black. I knew I was an African. I knew I was a Ghanaian. And I knew the consequences that come with being this multiple character. And so, growing up, I knew myself so well, but I used to hear people who thought they knew themselves, but they didn't. The only time you realize they don't know themselves is when their ego is triggered. They say, do you know who I am? No, I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. Because if you already know who you are, why are you screaming? Why are you shouting about who you are? People think they know themselves. They never find themselves. I want everyone here from today, because I know you're not going to be the same by the time I finish with you. You keep these core principles with you. And trust me, your teacher in university didn't teach you. Maybe your teacher in class didn't teach you. And I get to share it with you. But I got this wisdom from this earth. I learned from things. I learned from society. I learned from people. And I'm saying that I started by knowing myself. So today I want everybody here to start to think that how do I find myself? Because it's the beginning of your first step, your journey. Before you even start thinking about the money, before you start thinking about the dreams, before you start thinking about the jobs, just know yourself. Because you don't want to be 30 years old or 40 years old and somebody's going to come and tell you what they think you're going to become. Is that where you want your hope to start from? Is that how you want to begin your life? No. Knowing yourself, it's the only way that you connect with God. Because you start to have value for life. And those that have value for life, they always know what the money is worth. They will get there. Just have value for life, and you will find the money. You will find the blessing. You will find the creator of life, and you will communicate. So people are going to look at you and think that he's not going to make it. That is people. That is people. Everybody seems to think that they know where they're going. Only a few are going to end up going to where we know. It's because we just didn't wait for somebody to come and tell us who we have to be. Now let's go to FJC number 2, the principle number 2. This is probably my favorite. Appreciation. It's something that is undermined, understated. People don't see it. You don't think about appreciation because you don't have value for what you already have. That's why you've never seen the value of your life. What are you looking for? You want money? You want cars? What do you want? Houses? Well, first of all, you need to start to appreciate your opportunity, the chance that you have had to be here, experiencing this moment, experiencing this creation, being a part of this universe would open your third eye. I acquired wisdom from appreciation. I acquired, and I repeat myself, I acquired wisdom from appreciation. When I started to appreciate things, God decided to open my third eye. Yes, I started by telling you, knowing myself. As broke as I was, life was such a beautiful thing. I remember when I was 8 years old, when I used to open my arms wide, and before the rain would pour, I was so happy because it was my happiest moment, seeing the rain fall. And I started to appreciate life. But God started to teach me a lot of things that is to do with life. And finally, I started acquiring wisdom. Before I acquired wisdom, I needed to appreciate you. I needed to appreciate every single creation, everything that I came to meet that had life in it. And so I'm going to share my story with the ants with you. That I had to appreciate a little speed, as little as an ant. I'm going to tell you what I learned from the ant. The most intelligent insect. You never looked at the ant. In fact, sometimes we see the ants and we go like that. Shh, we take their life away. We never took our time to study this ant. But this ant smelled sugar from maybe 100 meters away. And the ant decided to go for the sugar. Guess what? The ant didn't come alone. The ant came with 1,000 ants following. Every one ant, they were all followed. And they went and they took the pile of sugar. This is the smallest insect. In the Bible, I remember Prophet, you were telling me, the ant, they even build their mountains. The ant, they save some food for the next summer. For the people who are following them, the little ants, they follow them. Now, I am going to use this ant as a white man. And I'm going to use the sugar as a black man. So you will know thyself. When the white man sees gold or diamonds from far, he doesn't come alone. He comes with his people and he's following. And he will come and he will take the gold. He saw it from far. The white man is playing the ant rule. So they say a black man is a bad man. But the black man is the sugar. Meaning that there's something sweetness. There's sweetness in the black man. There's sweetness in you. There is something in you that they're chasing you. They're coming for you. Somebody is coming for you because you are the gold. You didn't know that you are the gold. This is why I want you to know thyself. Because you are the gold. You are the reason why the ant has come with his army and took the sugar and built mountains. You are the reason why the white man has come with his army, took your gold, and built skyscrapers. So, if the ant or the white man has done so much out of you, I want you to start to ask yourself the question, who am I? That's it. You are the gold. That's your value. That's your value. I came here to instill these principled core values into you. I want to remind you of who you are. I want you to be aware of who you are becoming. The youth, of course, have a future ahead of them. And your future is the time ahead of you. This brings me to FJC's principle number 3. Time. Time. You guys are never appreciating the time. This time I'm standing here with you, I could charge you $3 million because if I tell you what I'm worth in an hour, you wouldn't believe it. I didn't wait for anybody to put that wealth for me. I said I am worth this much in an hour. That is the value of my time. This is the same kid that started as a penniless, broke child. When I found out about myself and when I started to appreciate creation, I put the value on myself and I realized that my time here is all I have. That's all I have. You can't tell me nothing about it. I am going to grow old. I am going to die one day. And you will do the same. But before we both die, what are we doing with our time? I want you to see the importance of your time. Okay? Time is not a joke. If you wanted to be a footballer when you were 15 years old and you're 27 years today, you haven't become a footballer, my brother, forget it. Start thinking about being a coach. The football time, gone. This is time. And I'm going to share my story with time with you guys. Okay? This is in my book. The 7 stages of time that came out of the 7 principles of freedom, Jacob Caesar. Stage number 1. Life consists of these 7 decades, 7 stages, and 7 phases. You're going to be changing. And every decade is going to go so quick. But you only have 7 of them. And so, I would like to calculate these 7 decades with all of you so you will be prepared for your life. Let's see how we're going to break these 7 decades up. It's 70 years.